What did they do to you?
No, don't. They cut out his tongue. He kept fucking talking.
Oh my God, Louis. No. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a couple days since I did my last theory, but we're finally back. And today's video, I'm going to be discussing what will happen to Louis if he gets his tongue cut out in episode 3. What I think will happen in episode 4, his fate, because it's pretty obvious it's going to be different between Louis getting his tongue cut out versus Louis not getting his tongue out. We could have a completely different way how his character ends. He could die or live based on that decision. Possibly, what will happen to him. And I'm going to discuss that in this video. So, let me know what you guys think will happen to Louis based on if he gets his tongue cut out or not. And we'll probably be talking about the same with Violet if, for example, if Violet hates you instead of not. So, let me know what you guys think of this topic down below. Make sure you smack a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and hope you guys enjoy. 1 like equals Willie suffers. Alright, catch y'all next one. Peace. So first I'm going to be discussing some AMA points and some stuff from the head of creative director of the final season. Kent Muddle. Someone asked the following, and this is directly related to Louis's tongue. What are your thoughts on the whole thing with Louis's tongue? And I've been getting a lot of asks about this, he says, and I'm not going to comment on the situation fully until 404 is out for caution of spoiling anything, but know that neither of the captured characters, Louis or Violet, are done with their stories yet. There's more to come. So people think, yeah, if they're captured, a lot of people have the assumption that that was it for them, that their stories were kind of finished. But there's going to be a lot more intrigue now with this being confirmed that, yes, there's going to be more to their stories, and probably a lot more, actually. We may spend more time with the captured character, because when we think about it, when Louis ends up being captured, he's ended up getting carried off with Omar and Asim, and maybe they get off the boat in time, and Violet ends up being with Minerva. So you look at the interest there to see, hopefully, I don't know, if Louis was hurt, maybe they didn't get off, maybe they did not get off the boat in time, and if he wasn't, maybe they all did. It all depends. I do think they all got off the boat safely, but as the first achievement, Red Water hints there's going to be a lot of deaths, whether that is the Delta members, some boarding school people, walkers, who knows. There's going to be a bloodbath at the beginning of this episode, and hopefully, we don't see, I don't think Louis, based on what this confirmation was, that we're not going to see him dying early in episode 4, whether we saved him or not. Now, with the tongue being cut out, there's a lot of people are telling me, I made a community post about this, and a lot of people are saying, Louis, without his voice, without any, singing and all that, he might feel a little down in the dumps, might feel a little, suicidal. And I don't think that's the case, but a lot of people think there's a possibility that Louis may not want to go on anymore with losing his tongue. Now, how it's going to end with this connected from the AMA, choices all along in how you encourage AJ, how you romance, how you treat your friends, this all adds up in the final episode. So how you've treated everyone, Louis, Violet, Ten, Ruby, Sim, etc. Romance, of course, Louis and Violet, that's going to greatly impact how this ends. They all will add up. I don't know how big the differences will be, but we could see completely different endings, completely different shifts leading into a single ending that could happen as a result of this choice of, saving Louis or not in episode 2, resulting in his tongue getting cut out. So personally, I think Louis's tongue getting cut out is going to be major. It's going to be a major factor. You're going to see a completely different Louis because, again, Louis, if he has his tongue, he's talkative, energetic, out there, kissing, singing, playing piano. He's all happy, but if he isn't, he's traumatized, beaten, weak, very down, it looks like. He's nowhere near the same Louis, and that's going to be same. Same with Violet. Violet, if you keep her on your side, she's loyal, angry at Minerva and the Delta, and she's happy with Clem, and she's willing to help whatever she can, but if you don't save her, she's mad, pissed, betrayed, doesn't give a shit about you, wants to fight you, etc. So that breaks off into two different ways. Now we're going to talk about Lewis with the tongue here, is that we could potentially get different deaths here. I think there is going to be a or B situation here, meaning if, for example, we save Lewis in episode 2 and he has his tongue, I think he can live. And for example, if he doesn't have his tongue, he'll die as a result. I think Lewis and Violet are going to be determinate characters, and it's going to be based on your decisions which one lives. I don't know. I personally think they may save the character you didn't save in episode 2. They may throw a curveball at you like that, or they may have a Kenny Jane sort of situation like this. For example, let's say Violet's mad at you, and maybe Lewis without his tongue is not gonna really be aggressive in that, but maybe you're gonna have a decision where you have to pick between Lewis and Violet. Maybe if it goes the other way, where Lewis is around and Violet's angry, maybe we could have a Lewis versus Violet decision, sort of similar to Kenny and Jane, where we have to pick. Maybe they're fighting, we have to pick to save one or the other in that situation. I do think, though, Lewis and Violet are determinants, and we're going to have either a choice to save either one, or based on our past choices, one will end up saving us in the end. Maybe a sacrifice. For example, maybe the romance person will be a sacrifice. I don't think that's going to be the case, but let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments. Lewis is going to be a completely different character based on this decision. And a lot of people, again, you made the circumstance that he's going to be forgotten without his tongue. No, there will be completely different stories based on that. And let me know what you guys think is going to happen to Lewis if he doesn't have his tongue. Again, I'm going to take a guess right here. I think if Lewis does not have his tongue, I think he's going to end up surviving. But I think if you don't, I think it's more likely than not he's going to die. And then there's another possibility where no matter what you did, tongue or not, it might just be minor differences, and it'll still break down to maybe one decision between, Lewis and Violet at the end. But again, if you're going into episode 4 thinking Lewis and Violet are both going to survive, if there's multiple endings, maybe they'll both survive in one ending, but I really can't see it. Especially, with all the achievements and hitting that, there's also an arm achievement with the arm. Looks like someone's arm's getting chopped off. I mean, I don't want to see Lewis suffer anymore, but, you know how Telltale is with their final episodes. They're very emotional, very heartfelt, and, Lewis without his, communication might cost him in the end. So, let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments, and I greatly appreciate all your support, guys, and we'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.
Come and make me cry. The falling leaves that never dry.